At me.
How you describe that one tonight?
Oh, Lord of mercy. Well, like I said, we came out and played really good basketball for about 6 minutes. It could be the substitution, because right when we substituted, they took off. Gorin played 8 minutes. He's minus 14. That's the difference in the game right there. I'm trying to get a handle on it, fellas. Sometimes I get a little lost because we do things that I don't know where they come from. We seem to not be able to make the big plays when we have to, and teams get away from us a little bit. It's a 6-point game, and we played Nell and Lip, and they drive a couple of times, and my Lip guy, who always does in practice, all of a sudden decides he's got to run to the corner. They drop it to the big guy, gets 2 dunks. The next thing you know, it's a 10 to 12, 14-point game. And you can't do that. We keep doing that over in different ways. If it's not that, it's this. If it's that, it's that, or this and that. We came down, we cut the 9, and had 2 players. One, we're switching the back part of it, but my one guy's backing down with his back to the player, and the guy behind him, I'm not going to mention names, but the guy behind him is pointing like to switch. Problem is he can't see because he's got his back to him. So the pointer stays down on the baseline. The guy comes up. The other guy goes toward the basket, so he stays with that guy. And he's still down on the baseline, and wide open 3. It goes from 9, where we cut it, down up to 12 again. And it's just a free shot. It's almost like a free throw. And why we did it, because we have discussed that same play 4 times previous in film sessions. And why we did it, that's where I'm failing somehow this year. I just cannot figure out how to get them to really that's a common sense type of thing to do it, But, we got another game left, one left in the season, and we lost this game from things we did, not what they did, although the little lefty, I want to give him credit. Obina was trying to guard him. I told Obina, I said, Obina, you want to play beyond here, you're not going to be a center. You better learn how to guard these guys off the dribble. And that kid had his way. Oh, I thought we tightened up from the first half where he was driving up in there off of a pick. We tightened that down, started getting some turnovers, but then they just went one-on-one, just beat us one-on-one. Not a whole lot you can do about that except tell them to guard them, So, but we gave them some easy stuff early, and that's what happens with people that got shooters and good teams and older players. They start getting their confidence down or a little momentum, they'll beat you, and that's what happened.
And that first half, the first 5-6 minutes, like you said, I mean, you all, came out, brought the energy, felt like you all were attacking Western Kentucky's defense, and it seemed like as Sharp got a couple blocks, and then your all's offense went a lot more perimeter oriented, and guys were hesitant. Western Kentucky took advantage of that. I think it was a pretty sizable run. How difficult is that whenever you're playing chase and you let a team get up like that?
Well, in the first half, when they got that little run, we couldn't score. Again, for some reason, don't ask me why, we called timeout, even talked about tried to straighten it up, and didn't seem to work. Tavion slid out to the wing instead of staying right there in the middle. And he's the one that can make the plays. All of a sudden, I got George and Obina sitting in there. And I don't know if you remember, but Obina, hit a bank shot. One time he made it over top. And I don't know why he was even in there. And we set it up. Tavion, we do a little stack play, and Tavion comes up into the middle. When he was in there, we were pretty effective. He missed a few, but we were getting wide open shots. Why? And we're yelling the whole time. But we go 3 or 4 times. They didn't do it. And then next thing you know, they hit a 3 or a 2, they're up 5, and next thing you're up 12. And it's just us uncharacteristically, or for whatever reason, not uncharacteristically, but for whatever reason, we're not disciplined enough to stay in our in what we do. And they took advantage of it, which they're going to. They're a good ball club. They've been playing well, and they took advantage of it. But I thought just with Tavion in there in the second half even, I think Tavion had, 14, or how many do you have second half, 16 or 14 or something like that. And as long as he was in there, we were fine. And we got it second half after a halftime. Get in there and you talk to him for a while, we got it. But, I didn't think, Gorn's got to give us more guarding the pick and roll. He's got to be better at defending the ball a little bit. Tucson did a pretty good job when he got in there to defend the ball. He's just a freshman. He got in there, turned the ball over a couple times, just being too quick with everything. And you got a 7'5" guy in there. He hadn't faced that before. So, good thing, I guess, if you looked out, I looked out on the lineup, they had McKnight, who's a junior sophomore. Then they had a guy that played 7 years, a guy played 5 years or 6. Another guy played 5 or 6 years. And then the other guy played 5 years. And we got Tavion played 4. Once I took Michael and George out because they weren't producing, then we got Toussaint the first year, Andy second year and a half. I mean, he's still a sophomore. Obina is a freshman. David Early's a freshman. Marco, sophomore. We got caught age gaps. I think Tavion just turned 22, and their oldest guy's 26. And that they just, that's the only thing that I take a little comfort in. I don't want to use it as an excuse because we still got to play, and it's really our discipline. We came down and made a little run at them and come down 2 straight plays, try to throw a lob for whatever reason, and then come down the next time and just entering the ball and just to start the ball movement. Stole it, went down, dunked it on us, Kind of turned the whole game. I don't know how you. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Or we're going to play hard. Let's put it this way: we're going to play hard. We got one more game down there. We have played better. We can. It's still within our grasp, and then we go down the tournament and see what's happening. And then at the end, we'll try to assess where we are and what we got to do. Anything else? I know I rambled. Shit, I'm a little bit lost for words too. So, it is what it is, fellas. I've been here before. We'll dig out. We'll be all right. Appreciate it.